Dear shareholders, facility. As a reminder for the smooth conduct of the meeting, the members will be in the mute mode and audio and video will be opened when they will speak at the AGM as per the pre-registration. Please note that as per the requirements, the proceedings of the annual general meeting will be recorded and available on the website of the company. I now hand over the proceedings to Ms. Suman Kalra, Company Secretary of IRCTC Limited.
Good morning to all of you, dear shareholders. I, Suman Kalra, Company Secretary of Indian Railway Catering and Tourism Corporation Limited, extend a very warm welcome to all of you to this 21st annual general meeting of the company. As you all are aware that due to COVID-19 pandemic, this AGM is being held through video conferencing in compliance with the applicable provisions of the Companies Act, Journal circulars issued by Ministry of Corporate Affairs dated 8th April, 13th April and 5th May 2020 and SEBI LODR regulations 2015. Further, all efforts have been made by the company to enable members to participate and vote on the items being considered in the meeting. Registers are open for inspection as per the requirement of statute. Now, I take privilege to introduce Board of Directors of your company. We have with us Mr. Mahendra Pratap Mal, Chairman of your company. Srimati Rajni Hasija, Director of Tourism and Marketing. Shri Ajit Kumar, Director Finance. Shri Vinay Srivastav, Government Nominee Director and Chairman Stakeholders Relationship Committee. He is attending meeting from Ministry of Railways, New Delhi. Ms. Sarita Deshpande, Independent Director and Chairperson Audit Committee. She is attending meeting from Bhopal. Ms. Vadna Bhatnagar, ED Catering Railway Board, nominee for and on behalf of President of India, attending meeting from Ministry of Railways, Delhi.
Namaskar.
Mr. Nitin Jain, Statutory Auditor from Delhi. Mr. Amit Agarwal, Secretarial Auditor, attending meeting from Delhi. Srimati Balika Sharma, Scrutinizer for the AGM, attending meeting from Rohini, Delhi. I now request Chairman and Managing Director of your company to address you all.
Very good morning to all of you. Dear shareholders, as per the requisite quorum for the annual general meeting is present, I call the meeting in order. I welcome you all to 21st annual general meeting with the permission of shareholders. The notice convening the annual general meeting and directors report already circulated to you are taken as read. I will also take the opportunity to brief our esteemed shareholders about the performance of our company. Dear shareholders, it gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the 21st annual general meeting of your company and share a glimpse of remarkable journey IRCTC has traversed in the last fiscal year. On behalf of Board of Directors of IRCTC, I thank you all for joining us today for the annual general meeting. Your presence is indeed a true testimony to your involvement and support for the company, which has successfully completed a momentous journey of 21 years serving the society at large and rail passenger in particular. I trust your family and you are keeping well through these testing times. I also pray that in the midst of this COVID-19 pandemic, you and your dear and near ones continue to remain safe and happy. Today, almost every country in the world is feeling the devastating impact of COVID and collateral damage it has caused to life, health and economy. In the unprecedented and challenging times, we stood as one nation in the fight against pandemic. IRCTC provided all possible assistance to the central government in serving underprivileged section of the society. Despite huge constraints during lockdown, IRCTC distributed more than 21 lakh meals to the needy people across the country in close coordination with local administration, NGOs and Railway Protection Force from its 30 plus kitchen units spread across India. I assure you that your company is fully prepared to gradually commence its business activity by adhering to all safety health protocols issued by Government of India. The management has already adopted itself to the new normal and taken necessary steps to ensure a smooth operation, as our workforce has already been trained for serving the customers in these difficult times. We are fully confident that the feedback from our valued customers will help us to foray and enter into the new normal for hospitality sector in the post-COVID-19 scenario quickly. Over the last 2 decades, IRCTC has grown many folds from a catering and tourism company to a full-fledged travel, tourism and hospitality giant, offering a host of products and services to customers with entry in uncharted territories of growth in new business segments such as corporate train operation, e-commerce in form of payment gateways and e-wallet, cruise business, data and website monetization. The confidence and faith of investors in your company was seen by all when IRCTC went public in 2019. It became one of the best performing IPOs among the CPSEs, with an oversubscription of around 112 times, with more than 100% return to investors on the very first day of listing in the stock exchange of the country. Company has witnessed multi-dimensional growth and achieved path-breaking success during the year under review. I consider it an honor to present the outstanding performance of your company once again. The company's financial statement for financial year 1920 along with directors, auditors and CAG's report have been circulated to you. With your permission, I take them as read. I am happy to inform that fiscal 1920 was a year to be inscribed in golden letters for IRCTC and has witnessed a host of achievements and milestones in various spheres of business of the company. The turnover of your company increased by 21.68%, rising from 1,870 crores in 1819 to 2,275.48 crore in 1920. Profit before tax of the company increased by 55.75% from 478.56 crore in the previous year to 745.35 crore in the fiscal 20. Your company recommended the highest ever dividend of 200 crores, including in interim dividend of 160 crores already paid to shareholders in March 20 for financial year 1920 in compliance of DIPAM's guideline on capital restructure. In catering segment, IRCTC managed on-board catering services in around 417 passenger trains, including Rajdhani, Shatabdi, Duronto, Tejas, Gatiman, Vande Bharat and other mail express trains. With the commissioning of 16 new food plaza and 44 fast food units during the year, operational catering units across Indian Railways reached to 293. On the e-catering front, your company's performance scaled new heights with a 21,571 meals being ordered by the passenger in average on daily basis. The total production of Rail Neer plant grew by 27.91% in 1920 as compared to previous year, which has been very remarkable. IRCTC's Rail Neer packaged drinking water caters to 55 to 60% demand of Indian Railways. Company has 14 operational Rail Neer plants at present in Delhi, Patna, Palur, Ambernath, Amethi, Parsala, Bilaspur, Sanand, Hapur, Mandideep, Nagpur, Jagi Road, Jabalpur and Sankrail. Of these, 9 plants are being operated under PPP. Company has also planned for setting up 2 more plants at Bhubaneswar and Simadri near Visakhapatnam. In travel and tourism, today IRCTC is one of the leading travel and tourism companies in the country with a host of tourism products and services catering to diverse tourist segments. IRCTC, being essentially a travel and tourism arm of Indian Railways, specializes in rail-based tourism and has always been a market leader in this segment. Today IRCTC operates Bharat Darshan trains for the budget segment travelers, Deluxe Tourist Train for mid-segment tourist, and Maharajas Express for the luxury segment. In the fiscal 1920, IRCTC took over the operation and management of Golden Chariot luxury train from Karnataka State Tourism Development Corporation Limited, which is set to restart the operation of train in January 21. Besides rail tourism, company has diversified into various other tourism businesses for increasing its presence in online travel agency market as a full-fledged OTA to increase its share in fiercely competitive tourism market, that is international and domestic air packages, land tour packages, hotel booking, customized and LTC tours, event management, etc. Through www.irctctourism.com, IRCTC also offers Forex, Visa and overseas insurance services. It gives me immense pleasure to inform that IRCTC for the first time ventured into the business of private train operation with Ministry of Railways entrusting the project of operating 2 rakes of Tejas. IRCTC accordingly started the operation of IRCTC Tejas Express on Lucknow-Delhi-Lucknow route and Ahmedabad-Mumbai-Ahmedabad route. Both the trains have been received very well in the market due to level of services and punctuality. Further, overnight private passenger train Kashi Mahakal Express on the Varanasi-Indore route that also commenced operation last year in the field of internet ticketing, e-ticketing booking through the irctc.co.in accounted for 72.75% of total reserved tickets being booked on Indian Railways. On an average, more than 8.25 lakh tickets were booked daily through IRCTC website and mobile app during last year. Your company has levied a convenience fee on e-ticket booking from 1st September 2019 at the rate of Rs 15 and Rs 30 per ticket for non-AC and AC classes respectively. Charges are exclusive of GST. New initiative of company included CAPTCHA-based login, railway complaints registration by dialing 139 and Rail Mother. IRCTC also collaborated with National Disaster Response Force for providing e-ticketing services to its personnel. The other major achievements in the field of non-railway ticketing business was launch of iPay payment gateway for internet ticketing and development of a new user interface of IRCTC Rail Connect mobile app on Android platform. Practicing company secretary in addition to secretarial audit. The CSR policy of the company is aligned with the national The company employee also contributed one day of their salary to PM CARES Fund in the fight against COVID-19. Before I conclude, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to all of you, the esteemed shareholders, for your confidence and valuable support to the board of directors and to the company as a whole, and also being witness to this AGM. I am sure that you will continue to show your confidence and trust towards us as an organization which will enable us to scale new heights in businesses. I am grateful to agencies and institutions from Government of India, particularly Ministry of Railways, Ministry of Tourism, DIPAM, Ministry of Finance, SEBI, Stock Exchanges, BSE, NSE, Department of Public Enterprise, Zonal Railways, Statutory Auditors, Secretarial Auditors, Comptroller and Auditor General of India, all state government departments and our partner for their continued guidance and support to the organization. I thank all my colleagues on the board for helping me in creating good governance culture across the organization and fulfilling the responsibilities of the board. I would like to place on record the sincerity, hard work, commitment and dedication of entire IRCTC team, which has enabled us to grow in multiple directions as a travel and hospitality company. I seek your continued support in making the company more sustainable and resilient to external challenges from time to time. I take this opportunity to thank all the other predecessors for bringing and providing invaluable support. Stay safe, stay healthy. Now I request Company Secretary to read auditor's report.
The report of independent auditors and second auditor along with respective management replies form part of the annual report. We are pleased to inform that independent auditor's report is not modified one. With the permission of shareholders, I would read extracts of first and last para of independent auditor's report. As per the auditor's report, in their opinion and to the best of their information and according to the explanations, the financial statements read along with audit report give a true and fair view in conformity with the Indian accounting standards prescribed under section 133 of the Act read with relevant rules. The last para of the report is with respect to the other matters included in the auditor's report in accordance with the relevant rules, confirming that the company has disclosed impact of pending litigations on its financial position, has not entered into long-term contracts including derivative contract, and no amount is required to be transferred to IEPF. I will now read out the process for voting through electronic voting system InstaPoll. In pursuance of Regulation 44 of SEBI LODR Regulations 2015 and Section 108 of the Companies Act 2013, the remote e-voting facility was available from 9 a.m. on 24th October 2020 up to 5 p.m. on 26th October 2020. Those who have not cast their vote through remote e-voting process have been provided the facility to cast vote through InstaPoll, which will be made available on the video conferencing screen and will be activated once the InstaPoll is announced. As per the notification dated 19th March 2015 of Ministry of Corporate Affairs, shareholders who have cast their vote through remote e-voting process can attend the annual general meeting but shall not be allowed to vote again in the meeting. Ms. Balika Sharma of Messrs. Balika Sharma and Associates, Company Secretaries, have been appointed as a scrutinizer to scrutinize the remote e-voting process, including voting through electronic voting system. The results of voting along with scrutinizer's report will be available at the website of the company www.irctc.com. Now I request our chairman for further proceedings.
The polling process is open since the start of the meeting and will close after 15 minutes on the conclusion of this meeting. Those who have not cast their votes may exercise their voting right. Now I request Company Secretary to read out the agenda item of the meeting.
I will read out the items of the business of the AGM now. Ordinary business. First item is to consider and adopt the audited standalone financial statements of the company for the financial year ended March 31, 2020, along with the board's report, the report of auditors, and comments of CAG of India thereon. Second item is on dividend, to confirm the payment of interim dividend of rupees 10 per share amounting to 160 crores and to declare a final dividend of rupees 2.5 per share amounting to 40 crores on 16 crore equity shares for the financial year 2019-20. Third item is to appoint a director in place of Srimati Rajni Hasija, Director Tourism and Marketing, who retires by rotation and being eligible offers herself for reappointment. Item number 4 is to take note of the appointment of Messrs. P.R. Mehra and Company, statutory auditors, for the financial year 2021, appointed by CAG of India, via its letter dated 10th August 2020, and authorize the Board of Directors of the company to fix their remuneration. The resolutions are: resolved that pursuant to section 1395 read with Number 5 is to appoint Shri Vinay Srivastava as part-time government director on the board. The resolution is resolved that pursuant to provisions of section 149, 152 and other applicable provisions, if any, of the Companies Act 2013 rules made thereunder, Shri Vinay Srivastava, ED PSU Railway Board, who was appointed as part-time government director by the President of India by Ministry of Railways letter dated 18th March 2020 and subsequently appointed as an additional director by the Board of Directors with effect from 20th March 2020 to hold office up to the date of this AGM in terms of section 161 of the Companies Act 2013 and in respect of whom the company has received a notice in writing under section 160 of the Companies Act 2013 be and is hereby appointed as part-time government director on the board of the company, liable to retire by rotation. Item number 6 is to appoint Shri Ajit Kumar as Director Finance on the board of the company. Resolved that pursuant to the provision of section 149, 152, 160 and other applicable provisions of the Companies Act, Shri Ajit Kumar, who was appointed as Director Finance by the President of India by Ministry of Railways letter dated 29th May 2020 and subsequently in terms of section 161 of the Companies Act 2013, appointed as Additional Director, Director Finance by the Board of Directors with effect from 29th May 2020 to hold office up to the date of this AGM and respect of whom the company has received a notice in writing under section 160 of
I now invite the shareholders who have pre-registered to ask questions and have joined as shareholder speakers to raise their queries, if any, relating to items of business as mentioned in the notice of annual general meeting. I also invite shareholders to post messages on the communication box available on the screen to each member participating in the meeting, which would be replied suitably.
Operator, you may now go ahead.
Sure, ma'am. I now invite Mr. Yashpal Chopra to unmute his audio and video and ask the question or give comments. In the interest of time, may I request you to kindly request your questions or comments to 3 minutes only. Sir, your line is on mute, sir. Mr. Chopra, your line is on mute. Mr. Chopra, your line is on mute. If you could kindly unmute your line. Mr. Chopra, can you hear us? Sir, your line is on mute, sir. We are unable to hear you. We will proceed to the next shareholder as we check the connection with Mr. Chopra. I now invite Mr. Jasmeet Singh to unmute his audio and video and ask or give his comments.
Yeah,
I
am
would
I
request you
audible?
kindly restrict. Yes, sir, you are audible. You may go ahead.
Great. Hello everyone, I am Jasmeet Singh from Delhi, representing a couple of other investors to read our common note. Respected Chairman, Shri MP Mal, Director Tourism and Finance, Rajni Hasija ji, Director Finance, Ajit Kumar, Company Secretary Sumanji, other Board of Directors, along with my co-shareholders. A very good afternoon to you all. PMD sir, to begin with, I am happy to note that all our IRCTC employees and their family members are keeping safe and fine. This being the first annual general meeting of our company after it has become public, was expected to be conducted in some auditorium, but due to current pandemic, it's taking place through video conferencing mode, which is fine. However, coming year onwards, presuming we will fall back to normalcy, we and other shareholders expect the company to conduct the AGM in a place like India Habitat Center in the heart of Delhi. While the IPO price was rupees 320, however, it was happily surprising to see our share price achieving new peaks month on month. Now, and in no time, our share price grew six-folds of the IPO price, which was nothing but a reflection of the increased confidence in the minds of the investor community who visualize our company to grow at much faster pace than what we perhaps did during last many years. But today, our share price is most expensive amongst the PSUs, which in some way is discomforting. So instead of worrying, I would like to bank on the faith in my management to deliver positive results continuously, quarter on quarter, year on year. And so I look forward to our leadership team to not only guide the existing verticals organic growth, but at the same time, new verticals to add into our revenues and existing portfolio for inorganic growth. While Chairman Sir, in addition to the 250-page exhaustive annual report, you have elaborately presented the company working, which more or less has covered all facets of our working. However, we have couple of points to raise here under. First, given the government initiative to privatize the operations of certain trains, how fruitful our experience has been running Tejas trains on couple of routes. How exciting is this new domain? Given the poor image of services provided across the trains in India, we actually need privately managed trains at large in India. But do we have the adequate resources to participate and turn this into a larger pie, equaling profit earned through our various verticals, such as ticketing or catering or through rail neer or say hospitality? Please appraise. Second, while we all pray to the God that this COVID kind of situation do not ever happen again in future, but at the same time, may I request you to share our preparedness on how to negotiate the current pandemic from our business point of view if it continues for many more months. Further, thank you, Chair, for announcing the final dividend in addition to the interim dividend already paid by the company. On corporate governance, I would like to thank the finance and the secretarial team led by Shri Ajay Srivastava, now Shri Ajit Kumar, and Madam Suman Kalra, who are working very hard to maintain high standards of corporate governance. We would like to acknowledge the hard work put in by our secretarial team to see the successful conduct of this virtual meeting being organized by our company and allow us to interact with you. To end, we wish the entire IRCTC team all the very best. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Singh. We will now proceed to the next questioner. I now invite Mr. Yashpal Chopra to unmute his audio and video and ask his question or give his comments.
Honorable Chairman, sir, I am very, very much proud of the team you are holding it around you, sir. Sir, our company, which has done fantastically very well during the last 21 years, it was established on 21st September 1999, and now after 21 years, the company which was established with only 20 crore rupees as capital, that has now a big ocean having a 20,000 crore capital base. So that is a big achievement of the company. So I must congratulate the management and the team over there. Sir, I must congratulate you for that the success of IPO. That was a record subscription and the listing gains were fantastic, and the people have been very, very happy with the performance of the company, and the company's performance has been excellent. This is the maiden performance, and there has been all-round growth in revenue, PBT, PAT, EPS, and even the dividend declared and paid to the shareholders. That is handsome, and that shows your investor friendliness for the shareholders. So we are very much proud of you, sir. Sir, the main thing for which I am proud of the company is that the noble products the company has taken. The product of catering, the product of ticketing, the product of comfortable journey in the rail. So I remember those days in 90s when there was such a big racket of was going on between the ticket clerk and those media men, those brokers and all that, and the people who are just in need of one ticket